Welcome back to second round action of the High1 Resorts Ladies Open, played here once again at High1 CC, where Lee Dong-eun, after that special round of 63 yesterday, backed it up with another bogey-free trek round High1 CC, a 69 this morning to set the current pace at 12 under par. Jun Sung has picked up a couple of early birdies. She's up at 10 under for the championship. 68 yesterday for Yi Sung, and well, Kim Soo-ji, great round this morning, equaling the low round of the morning, also shot by So Jin, 66 for the Autumn Queen to leave her at 7 under par and just inside the top 10 as things stand this afternoon. Timothy Lowe here, great to have you once along for another fantastic day on the KLPGA Tour. Well, speaking of Jun Sung, let's head out to the fifth. That was a couple of moments ago, and that was for a par, unfortunately. So, first drop shot of the week comes at the par 5. She'll move back to 9 under. 3 adrift of the rookie sensation, Lee Dong-eun. Now, Im Hee-jung at the par 3, 8th. Former Korean Women's Open champion, terrific talent. Been a pro now 5 seasons. And she's not going to get to 5 under. That one drifting wide at the par 3. Back to 5, and a birdie putt for Lee Jae-yong. Slam that one through the break, unfortunately. No birdie to be found there. Now 60 in ties make the halfway cut. That will come at the end of play today. That looks like Kim Jae-hee, the Singapore Women's Open champion, won it on her birthday, no less, back in February at the Tanamera Country Club's Tampines course. Yoon Ina, a power player, much like a Kim Min-byul or a Bang Shin-sil, so par 5 should be her bread and butter. Just looked like a straight push there, unfortunately, for Ina. Now, who's behind that golf bag, I wonder? Oh, it is Kim Min-byul. Just running that a little wide. Last year's Rookie of the Year in the KLPGA Tour. Still winless in her career, but she's had plenty of chances. 3 runner-ups last year. For par. Kim Min-joo played nicely yesterday. This to take it to 7 under for the championship. Up to the par 3-6 with the hole today cut on the left-hand side of the screen, 10 from the left edge. Just a smooth 8-iron for Yoon Ina. Just carries is it? It's going to nestle up against the collar of rough, so could make clean contact with that chip shot, just a little tricky. Come back for par for Minbil. Sloppy there from Kim. Get out to the par 3 8th. Birdie putt here for Choi Kabin. Oh, beautifully holed. That's a par putt, in fact. Even better. It always feels nice to pick up shots. I mean, golf's such a strange psychological game. The value of a shot's still the same, but just something about not giving up a shot feels so much better than picking one up with a birdie. Back to the tee at 6. So coming off that bogey at 5. So Kim Min-ju at the 8th. 2 clubs longer than Yoon Ina, but a far better result.
그래도 오르막이야. 149가 캐리하면 좋아. 바람 따로. 바람 따로.
Kim Min-bill. That pin today on it, a little bit more accessible than it was for yesterday's opening round. It was tucked just in that front of the green to the front bunker, very much in play. A lot easier to throw it deeper into this green. 23 paces on. We've still got 10 yards long of that, so expect to see a lot more good birdie opportunities for the girls this Friday. Leading like that one's out right. That's okay. Good distance control from Min-bill. Now to the other par 3 and Jung Yi-sung for birdie. To be there, a little tentative. We have seen the greens play pretty slow so far this championship, but I certainly expect them to speed up as the week goes on. Ki-jong at 7 out of that left rough. Saw that ball nestle up against that back collar of fringe. Normally you'd suggest a bellied wedge, but she's got this one back in his stance, trying to drop the club down steeply on the back of the ball as the raindrops start to fall. Well played. There's a little guesswork with how that ball's going to come out of that fringe. Out to the 7th, and first look of the day at Bae So Hyun. Trying to access this front right pin. He's got an 8-iron from 129. It's a friendly little kick out of that fringe, and we'll settle up about 15 feet away. Don't want to drop back-to-back shots. So got to keep your concentration over this 4-footer. Okay. Safely deposited for Jun Yi-sung. A lot of players going with less than driver off this tee at the 7th. Just a narrow target that you're playing into, and also no real advantage with the water cutting in right around 260 meters. It certainly is starting to get a little bit drizzly for these ladies. Nothing too terrible, more than just that irritating rain that every golfer would have faced at one point or another. Down on the green, and Hee Jong with a long-range birdie effort to come. Perhaps just that slightly heavier atmosphere has inclined Jun Yi-sung to go with the driver here. Can just chip one down the left. Again, you don't see too much run on these fairways. She's lost this right. There's bunkers, cart path, tree trouble, but that gets a pretty fortuitous kick. Well, it's not in position, but that could have been a whole lot worse for Jun Yi-sung. Down the green, So Hyun. Left to right slider to take it to 3 under. Beautifully holed. So up to 3 under she goes. Scoring pace still pretty good this week, but maybe these tricky afternoon conditions going to put the brakes on that a little bit, though Kim Min-byul might have something to say about that. It's not gone in, but you know, that's a good positive roll. Good stroke. It's always had a chance. Yes, it's not going to drop, but it's just more positive. That's what you need as a golfer. after that excellent tee shot. Up and after it quickly. She knew just did not give that enough pace. Squanders a good opportunity there.
렌즈 바꿨어?
It's been a long and difficult road for Yoon Ina since she first burst onto the scene a couple of years ago. Really was looking a very strong candidate for Rookie of the Year. Won in her rookie season, and then that really infamous alleged cheating incident back at the Korean Women's Open in 2021 put a dampener on things. Had her suspension served. Went over stateside. Tried to play in the LPGA Q series there, and well, let bygones be bygones. The past in the past. She's back on the KLPGA tour, and she really is such an exciting draw. Long hitter, explosive player. Certainly hope that she can return to the winner's circle sooner rather than later. She's had some good weeks this year. Ina, just getting used to being back home in South Korea. And you're always going to live with that stigma, no matter what you go on to achieve in the game, but I certainly hope it doesn't hamper or dampen what would be such a wonderful career. She holds so much potential and promise. She's got the best angle of the three in this group to get close to front right flag as the rain continues to fall over High1 CC. See, their preferred lies in play. One scorecard length. Lift clean in place. This falling rain will soften up these greens even more, so especially with wedges in hand, the big hitters, the power players like your Inas and Minbyos this afternoon wave will have to watch their spin control. Should just be a smooth 8 though for Ina. Smooth about that, really went after it. But pretty good. So Hyun hold it from a similar position on that green. How did we go up to join bait at the 8th? Huge on. It's just been a strange last couple of years for him. Second on the money and points list to Park Min-ji 2 seasons ago, and then just fell off the map last year. Signs are good. She's slowly starting to piece it together again. Got away with that squirrely tee shot, Jenny Sung, but with that wet rough, it's really going to put a great premium and driving accuracy. Tough to guess how it's going to come out of the thick stuff, especially with this moisture on the blades of grass now. so easy. Follows in Hee Jung. Fine shot there from the Singapore Women's Open champion. As the steady downfall continues, or the downpour continues, it's still Lee Dong-eun enjoying the view at the summit of the leaderboard. She leads at 12 under par.
저요?
For back-to-back birdies, Bae So-hyun. An opportunity here at the 8th to get herself up to 4 under. Remember, Lee Dong-min's lead at 12, but she's home and hosed for 36 holes. Now trickled it in the front on 7. Can't do the same at 8. A tufty one for Jenny Sung at the 7th, but nicely controlled. She'll remain the closest pursuer to Lee Dong-min, still out on the golf course. Kim Jae-hee going to be giving Im Hee-jong a bit of a line read here. Jae-hee first to go, trying to get herself to red figures for the championship. Now, beautifully holed. Nice two. Kim Min-ju up at the 9th. Left side of the green is 4 from the left edge, so you don't want to be tugging your approach shots into this par 4. Follow that one in, Hee-jong. So just wanted to creep a little left at the end, so play this with a bit more speed perhaps. Gave too much of the hole away and squanders an excellent opportunity to get herself up to 5 under. Min-byul out of the right rough. Slight upslope to contend with. I promise you that was Kim Min-byul, not Johnny Sung's second at the 8th, but it was a fine shot there from Kim into 9. Left to right slider for Yoon-in, and even though it looks downhill, it's still going to be fairly slow with the added moisture on these putting greens. Gave that a decent roll though. Good try. Par 3/8. Picturesque hole, but a really solid test. Just got to sack up and hit a good shot here. 141 meters, all carry over water, and a pretty deep bunker short of the green. But that shouldn't come into play today with the pin cut in the back section of this kidney-shaped target. 23 from the front and just 7 from the left. A far more gettable pin than the one we saw in the opening round. This is anything more than a 7-iron for Yoon-in. Looks like the sun's broken through the clouds once again, so that's always a good sign. A lovely shot all over it. Pretty wide target, this 9th fairway, only 332 meters long. Kim Min-ju with 25 feet for birdie. Gently uphill working putt for her. Raising Lee Jae-young's face at the 8th tee. All over it. Lovely tee shot there. One of my favorite swings on the KLPGA. It's so technically sound. Very nicely done. Second to leave herself in this position. Got to take these chances when you get them. Just a tiddly one left for Kim Min-joo here. Didn't think there's going to be that much movement that she needs to give the hole away. That head steady, put a nice positive stroke on it. Positive. That was not. It is really sloppy. Kim Min-joo. Make the turn at 2 under. Choi Ka-bin. She's played a little shot there into 10. Probably a little surprised that one didn't back up off that slope, work its way towards the hole. So go back to Jung Yi-sung for birdie at 8. I'm just short of pin high. This should be pretty straight. One of those players that likes to leave the flagstick in when they putt. And studies have recently shown that that flagstick is now more likely to hurt than help you. Some players just prefer it optically. Think about, Kim Soo-ji, great example here on the KLPGA Tour. Seems to always putt with the flagstick in. Going to be a bit awkward this. Right rough, ball above her feet. Pin on the left when you can't afford to miss it left. Good sensible smart shot there for Kim. Good distance control as well. Ina try and start piecing together some birdies. This is a good opportunity. Just inside of 15 feet. Hee Jung. Similar predicament to Kim Jae-hee, so expect this to be aimed at a similar location. A lot more height on that one than Kim did. Oh, she's been very aggressive with it. Brave shot, beautiful shot from Im Hee Jung. So here, middle of the fairway, playing to this elevated green. Gonna have to step on this pitching wedge. Feels like she's got to absolutely kill it to carry it to the pin. That's the problem. Go at it a little bit harder. You put that extra spin on it. It certainly doesn't help you. Still not done rolling. Jae-yong. Inside left edge putt for birdie here at 8. Oh my goodness. That was a straight push. You could see that putter face open at impact. Just didn't trust her line. That is simply wasteful. In. Straight downhill. Again, with these slightly slower greens, not going to be too much of a bother for her. Well, hold. Hug the right side of this fairway because she turns this one over. Easy to run through with her speed and power. Oh goodness, don't think we've seen anyone up there yet. She will be coming out of that wet rough. Green. Tae So-hyun with this really sluggish putt coming up the tier. Still is for birdie. See, this 10th fairway has been hard to hit. But no such problem for this group. The skies have cleared above High 1 CC. Still wouldn't shelve those umbrellas just yet. We are expecting a little bit more precipitation later on this afternoon. Isang last to go. Dutchie's going to take the Ina line off this tee. Stuck with that left-hand low putting style for so long in her career. Kim Jae-hee. Helps you get good extension through the ball. That club is an extension of your left forearm. Just the power though. Kim. Surely got to take this opportunity, Hee Jong. Wonderfully crafted shot out of that right rough. Oh my goodness, and think about those two putts that she's missed at 8 and 9. Hee Jong of old would have capitalized, but golf is just a hard game. No other way to put it. For par, So Hyun. Okay, safely in. Down the slope into 10. That one doesn't grab. Maybe just a slight mishit for Kim. Still presents a decent opportunity to get a backline started in a positive fashion. Journey's middle of the fairway for this raised 9th green. Seen a couple of players come up short, and if Bae So Hyun's approach was anything to go by, there is that little ridge which can feed your ball back away from the flag, so you have to make sure you do your numbers correctly and at least pitch it pin high. Gets the right side of the spine and is going to stay up there. Pretty solid shot. Starting to think, is Kim Min-joo a little bit too close to this 10th green? You lose a little bit of spin control. You're playing half wedges. So you have to allow for some run, but she's calculated that nicely. Good shot. And always fix your divots. There's always somebody watching in golf, and you take care of the golf course will take care of you. Jae-young found the fairway trap off the tee, but lips are not going to be an issue out of this compact sand. He has been out of sorts this Friday. JL. Well, the good thing, I suppose, about coming out of the rough is Ina's not going to have to worry about this one backing up too much. She caught a fly, and that has really nestled down. That is going to be rather problematic for you, Ina, on the 9th. Really is one of the favourite stops to come on the KLPGA Tour year in, year out. High1 CC, an iconic clubhouse and hotel up perched atop the hill, gazing down at this beautiful par 72 golf course.
저요?
She is a former champion here in Heejong. Did that back in 2021. So perhaps some good vibes returning to High1 CC. lie looked a lot worse a couple of moments ago for Yunina. Can actually see the top half of the ball now. Still doesn't make this shot any easier. She's played that pretty well. Across to 10, and Kim Min Byul coming downhill for birdie. That was a good try, but these putts don't start to drop. You start to get a little bit of frustration building between the ears. Still giving yourself good chances, though. As the 2023 Rookie of the Year. To Johnny Sung. Oh, that's more like it. Picked up a couple of early birdies to get herself to 10 under. Dropped that shot at 5, but recovers the situation at 9, and she'll get back to within 2 shots of Lee Dong-min. Choi Kar-bin ahead at 11. Third shot into this par 5. Pinned at 8, just 6 paces on from the front. That is not very good, with not a lot of club left in hand. Kim Min-joo underneath the hole here at 10. Putt that does want to shift quite hard to the right as it loses speed. Too much pace, unfortunately. Now, par saving putt, important one for Lee Jae-yong at 9. Cut line looming. Don't want to give yourself a stressy 2.5 hours coming in. It's not going to drop. So here, play the one hop and stop here from 92 meters with a pitching wedge. That's also just a little poor. He only had wedge in hand. Disappointed with that effort. Now enough a par at 9. Well holed. Good up and down there for Yunina. There's a danger of making a bit of a mess of things. Jae-hee will ball well below her feet here at 10. Could get a touch fiddly for her through the back of the green. So, these are the scoring opportunities. Middle of the fairway, wedge in hand. Almost pitches that in the hole. She'll get that one to grab. Decent shot. She'll have a look. Lengthy birdie putt coming downhill for Choi Ka-bin at the 11th. Birdie for Jun Yi-sung moves her up to 10 under par. She gets to within 2 of Lee Dong-eun's lead.
저요? 저요?
Just got to lay the club face wide open here and almost play this like a bunker shot. She's trying to play some kind of lower flighted one, but that is the risk. It's tough to predict the rollout that you're going to get. It's worked out okay for Kim Jae-hee. Didn't have to take on as much of the slope as I first thought. not going to stretch. These greens really are flummoxing these girls this week. No one seems to have got the pace yet. Well, good chances at 8 and 9 miss. Let's see if Hee-jung can finally pick up that birdie to get to 5 under here. Oh, it's about time. Well done, Im Hee-jung. Starts her inward track in a positive fashion. Again, preferred lies in play for this second round. First look of the day at Kim Min-sun 7, who's had a bit of a poor run over the last couple of holes. Started so promisingly with a couple of early birdies, but she's given back those 2 picked up shots with a couple of bogeys, so back at 1 over now and outside the projected cut line. This is her third to the par 5 11th. Again, with that front flagstick, got to be so precise with your distance control. It's not bad. Is that going to kick back in the fairway? Yes, it will, and that's going to keep on scampering. Big tee shot there. And that's still rolling. Certainly reachable in 2 now for Hee-jung. Looks like she went with less than driver off the tee at 10, Ina, so a much fuller yardage in for her second. And that's good course management there from Ina. Done by Kim Min-ju, gets that one to toss out an anchor nicely. Just got to feather one in here, should be just inside of 70 meters. Pretty good. Choi Ka-bin just straying off the fairway. She's become quite accustomed to playing out of this heavy rough. Shouldn't be much club in hand to this short 12. Pin's just 10 from the front edge, so just carry it halfway between the front edge and the pin. Would expect some release coming out of the cabbage. Just pitched it a little too far, but no harm done really. She'll get some help off that back slope.
저요?
And finally, Kim Min Bill gets one to drop. Good birdie there at 11. We'll take her to 2 under par. It's a really frustrating opening round of 74 yesterday, but she has come to play this afternoon. Now back to Jenny Sung at 10 for birdie. Well done. Well, she now creeps back within 1 of your leader. Remember, she held that lead after that morning 64 yesterday for so long, right up till the death of the round where Lee Jong-min birdied the 18th hole to count that 63. Now Hee Jong not going to be going for it at 11, just laying this one up. Kim Min-ju get herself back to 6 under par. Get around heading back in the right direction. Oh, just catches the left side and tumbles in. start with this back nine is where you can start stringing some birdies together, get some positive momentum working. Walk that one in confidently. Good three as well from Yoon Ina at 10. Top of the hill, but also a layup for Bae So Hyun at the par 5 11th. Kabi down your left to right slider for birdie at 12. It's really starting to get heavy out there. Big water droplets. You could see them coming by our camera. Curious to see if Yoon Ina's going to attack from there. She's certainly got the firepower to do so, but in these dampening, darkening conditions and that front pin, is it really worth it? As time will tell. Jump 86 meters, just should be a nice stock lob wedge here for Lim. That is more like the Im Hee Jung of old. Wonderful shot. Jae-hee, just a couple yards closer. Another similar result. Back at even par after the drop shot at 10. Was that a clap of thunder? Lightning overhead, perhaps? Well, if indeed that is the case, as the players gaze up to the heavens, surely a suspension of play could be imminent. Doesn't sound like it's very safe to be out there. I'd put that club down if I were you, Bae So-hyun. Wow. There's one thing you learn on the golf course is you don't muck about with Mother Nature. Well, play continues. Great technique, super shot there from Bae. Isan going with the 3-wood out of this right rough, but surely still just going to be a layup. Well, it looks like a hybrid for Yoon Ina. And the group eight's still on the green. I mean, this is a rather aggressive layup. She's trying to get it all the way up to where Bae So-hyun played her third shot from. That's the narrowest part of the fairway. Not quite as far up as Bae's, but good shot. Leaves it in nice position. He unable to get that one to drop, just going to be a par. Kim Min-ju, lovely shot into 12. Leave that underneath the hole. He jumped for back-to-back birdies to start the back nine. No, that one drifts left, and how many putts has she left out wide today? She's given herself lots of great looks, but only 2 birdies to show for it. Starting to come down on the players here. So him for birdie. to take a total to 4 under. Okay, well converted. I don't want to be dark clouds or anything, but surely a stoppage inevitable at some point. And yeah, those pictures do not present us with much cause for positivity, do they? Still, if you're Lee Dong-eun, no harm done. Done and dusted. Dry and safe in the clubhouse at 12 under. But Journey Yi-sung should be hoping this round continues. She's got some nice momentum today. 3 under the card with 4 birdies and within 1 of Lee's lead. Some birdies, but it's a 4th shot for Lee Jae-yong at a par 5. And you're standing on that tee box thinking scoring opportunity. This weather's going to do little to improve her mood. It's really starting to pour on the 12th tee as Bae So-hyun steps up with driver. We're pretty sure this is the 12th hole, not the 11th. Graphics department having a bit of a nightmare today. Can't imagine why. But that's fine. Safely down the fairway at this par 4. Pin once again in that little front bowl, so pretty accessible, especially if you're coming out of the fairway. Back to 11 and Jun Yi-sung. Waterproofs have come on, and understandably so, for Lim Hee-jung. He's also got driver. Soft grip pressure here. Don't want this one to be spinning back too much. One hop and stop. That's the play. One hop and in. How about that for Yoon Ina? Well, the rain has not put a dampener on her spirits at all. That's a birdie eagle start to the back nine. Remember Han Jin Seon last year holding out twice in the championship. One of them came on this hole. I said she needed a one hop and stop. I think stops them all at the bottom of the cup. Shot of the day there from Yoon Ina, who vaults up to 6 under par. Up at 12, birdie putt for Kim Min-ju to go to 7 under. Well done indeed. Nicely rolled in there for Kim. Couple of birdies. Chen Yi-sung. That rain just seems to be sort of starting and stopping, starting and stopping. Just getting a little frustrating for the players and fans out there. One of the many challenges that this great game of golf poses. So downhill to start, then uphill towards the end of this putt. Should be working from left to right. That cut's going to be even par minimum, might even get to 1 under par, and at 1 over par, Lee Jae-yong cannot afford to be dropping any more shots, let alone on a par 5 like 11. Could prove very costly indeed at the end of play today. But Kim Jae-hee, fairway found on 12, can go on the attack now. Beautifully controlled shot from Kim. Hee-jong. He's been absolutely lasering it at pins today. No, not on that occasion. And having said that, if your worst shot goes to 18 feet, you are having quite the ball striking day, aren't you? Just got to bring that heart rate down after that spectacular hole out for eagle at 11 that took Yoon Ina up to 6 under par. Still 7 holes left to play in her second round as she seeks a second KLPGA Tour title. One more look at that 3. You can hear the rain still pitter-pattering on our on-course microphones, but it looks pretty sunny out there for Yunina on the 12th tee. Swinging the club very nicely. Great rhythm from Jen Yi-sung. Just that blip on her scorecard. Got the par 5 fifth. The only blemish on her card today, and having said that, of her week thus far. Second shot up the hill now for Kim Min-ju at 13. Pin just 9 from the left edge, and oof, goes deep there. The lie doesn't look too bad. Downhill right to left it for In Hee Jung to perhaps take a total to 6 under. Putt that she will certainly want back, nowhere near it, the 2021 champion. Into 13, all over it, great shot for Kim Min-byul. Double T's are out, and I believe we are heading for a suspension of play. It's just making sure that they mark their balls correctly. Don't want that marker washing off the green if we do experience a thunderstorm. Hopefully it's not too long, because certainly it looks the most pleasant weather-wise that we've seen in the last hour here at High1 CC. Carts are out, players will be carted back to the safety of the clubhouse, and hopefully this suspension doesn't last too long. This inclement weather interrupts play here on day 2 of the High1 Resorts Ladies Open.
어떡하지? 이거 한 번 근데 울리면은 최소한 이겼구나. 무조건 다 올라갔어요. 게 빠를 것 같지.
안 먹어, 우리? 먹어. 엄마도 있어? 안 먹어. 아니? 먹어. 이런 날에 내가 먹는 거야.
우리 클럽하우스로 들어간대요. 어? 난 늦게 갈 거야. 가자마자 나올 것 같아. 아까 시켰어. 그거 안 쳤잖아.
오늘은 건달도
내려가서. 뭐야, 밥 먹자.
아, 바람 기후?
브레이키! 브레이키! 자! 자! 오! 오셔! 와, 선생님 한번 딱 보시면 내일도 같이 도
가볍고요.
가볍게 소리 안 나게 해주세요.
약간 그 낭제는 땅으로 치는 낭이 그
중간하고 나서 여기 있는 게 들어가요.
아 근데 지금 우선 어느 정도 저희가 중간에
그래서 너까지 호러가 됐을 텐데. 4번 남아서 지금 마음이 불편해? 여기 마음이 불편한.
근데 동생이 하늘에서 도와준다고 생각해.
하늘에서 도와준 거라 생각하래? 한 템포 쉬고 팝컷을 해라. 이따가 시청자 여러분 여기 이기쁨 선수 9번 컷세이브 했는지 지켜봐 주세요. 어디가? 가야 돼?
그러니까 스피드가 죽으니까 이제 오르막 가서 속이 나요. 이건 안 믿는
괜찮아. 그 방향. 고! 들어가! 나이스! 아이고.
그냥 이쪽이 괜찮으니까 하나씩. 바로.
지훈이 이거 참. 149가 캐리하면 좋아. 바람 따로? 바람 따로?
우측을 좀 봤어.
우측 많이 써도 돼. 괜찮아? 네.
손이 그냥 맞을 것 같아.
전부 다 동반자분들
네.
15번. 혹시 누구한테 얘기했어요?
키 크신 분. 왜 얘는 안 보여?
아,
아니, 했어요. 했어. 아, 랜덤이 나왔는데. 아, 또 적는 거.
ENG 바꿨고.
약간 우리나라에 슬라이스로 우측으로 밀려가는 건가?
자.
추진하고 있는 게 예상이 되고 있어요. 그래서 저희 계획은 5시 반에 제자리에서 자기 자리에서 다시 시작하는 거예요. 준비를 하고 카트를 타고 각자 다 이동을 해야 되고 여기가 고조차가 크다 보니까 5시 5분까지 지금 카트가 지금 도열이 돼 있거든요. 그 배나무. 그래서 그쪽으로 다 준비해 주셔서 탑승을 해 주십시오. 예, 고생하십시오.
Well, it looks unlikely that there's going to be any further golf played today, so why don't we just refresh you with what transpired on Friday afternoon with some highlights before we wrap things up for the second round. And fingers crossed the weather cooperates tomorrow and we can get this championship back on schedule. Lee Seung-yeon, well, put together a very fine round of golf, as did Kim Soo-ji. Went out in the morning wave, 71 yesterday for the Autumn Queen, a nice 66 today. It was Hong Ji-won, Korean Women's Open champion, also having a very productive day at High1 CC. Chun Yi-sung started the second round with some high hopes after a bogey-free 64 yesterday. Wasted no time picking up her first birdie of the day with an excellent approach shot into the first. That was a really nice way to end the day for your overnight leader. Still your leader, Lee Dong-min, 63 yesterday. Back that up with a 69 today. She was done and dusted right as Chun Yi-sung was getting her day started. Birdie start. Couldn't have dreamed of anything better for the former Lotte Open champion. At the par 3 8th, Bang Shin-sil. Certainly expected to contend with some of the best on top of her in the KLPGA points list, away at the Evian Championship in France this week. That was a great tee shot into the par 3 8th. And not too much progress from the defending champion, the two-time defending champion, Han Jin-seon, looking to become only the 6th player to win the same event in 3 consecutive years. 65 yesterday, but it was just to be a 1 under par round of 71 for Han Jin-seon on Friday. Still very much in contention, though. Did drop a shot at the par 5 fifth, but Chun Yi-sung would end her front 9 with a birdie there at 9, taking her back to 10 under par. Then at the 10th would play a nice little fizzler in from 72. And would duly convert that birdie to reduce Lee Dong-min's advantage to just the slimmest of margins. At the 11th, how can we look past arguably the shot of the day? Yoon Ina, birdie 10, one hopping in for an eagle 3 at the par 5 11th, vaulting her to 6 under par. That was as the rain started to fall. So with still no signs that any further golf is going to happen today, that's presumably where we're going to leave it for Friday afternoon. Fingers crossed the players get back out the course and finish as many holes as they can, and hopefully We'll be back on schedule for tomorrow's third round. Looking forward to your company then.